Welcome to MediationSuites, the premier venue for virtual mediation. MediationSuites is the first and only WebRTC or browser-based virtual mediation platform, and it was built specifically for mediation by a seasoned mediator. Peer-to-peer encryption is what makes MediationSuites HIPAA compliant and what keeps your mediation session secure, private, and confidential. So what is WebRTC, or browser-based technology? First, it means there's no software downloads or updates ever, which means first-time users, like most of the parties, won't be late to mediation because they didn't have the app or the software on their device. With MediationSuites, all you have to do is click a link. Browser-based video conferencing has been around for almost 5 years, and it's supported by the most common web browsers like Chrome, Firefox, Safari, Bing, Opera, and Edge, and it works great on Apple, Android, and Windows tablets and smartphones. Better yet, with WebRTC technology, there's no concern for operating systems or platforms because they're all supported, like Windows, Mac, Linux, iOS, and Android. During virtual mediation, you need powerful features so everyone can stay focused and keep their head in the game. MediationSuites features help you do just that, so you and the parties and their attorneys can focus on mediating and getting a settlement. Nothing will ever replace the in-person mediation experience. Sharing physical space with others is something most mediators rely on to gauge a party's motivations and just read the room. Take that away and it changes the dynamics of mediation, but it doesn't make mediation impossible. It just makes it different. On with the show. Let's get logged in and take a look at the power that drives MediationSuites and makes it the premier venue for virtual mediation. After logging into your MediationSuites admin dashboard, the default view is the current month's calendar. This is where you schedule your virtual mediations, send secure invitations, view and upload your contacts, play and download your recordings, manage the files you use during mediation, run reports, and adjust your account settings. You can also change your view from the monthly calendar view to an agenda view. Most importantly, this is where you create and schedule mediations and other meetings, set the parameters and permissions of the meetings, and invite attendees to the meetings with their unique, secure links. When creating your mediation on the Details tab, first you'll name the meeting. For example, we'll name this one the Smith versus Jones mediation. Set the start and end dates and times for your mediation, and set the time zone if you need to. You can even set the meeting to repeat if it's a regular meeting or conference. On the Settings tab, you'll select the meeting type for your mediation, and it's usually the Secure Access Only Video Conference option, and then check all the default settings for that meeting to make sure they suit your specific needs. Here you'll also determine the default behavior for the meeting and the attendees, and what, if any, restrictions you want or need to place on the meeting's attendees, and which meeting tools are available to the attendees during the mediation, like screen sharing, video player, chat, or file upload and download. On the Attendees tab, you'll add the attendees to your secure meeting or webinar. You can either add their name and email address manually or from your MediationSuites contacts. Then you'll set the individual attendee permissions for the meeting. The Summary tab gives you a comprehensive snapshot of all the meeting settings that you just entered. If everything's correct, simply click Create, and success. You've created the Smith versus Jones mediation. Here you can see the private room keys for each of the participants you're inviting into the meeting. If you like, you can copy and paste each of these links into a separate document for quick access and future reference. Now that your mediation's been created, it's time to send the email invitations. Click Invite, and you'll have one last chance to review the contents of your invitation and click Send. You'll get a confirmation that your invitation was sent. Once you've set up the mediation, you'll see it appear on the appropriate date on your MediationSuites admin dashboard. On the day of mediation, just click the meeting, click Join, add your name as you'd like for it to appear, click Go, and then select Join with Audio. Now you're in the live meeting and awaiting the arrival of the parties and attorneys. Don't worry, you'll hear a beep each time someone arrives so you can greet them. Once all the parties and attorneys have arrived, it's time to start mediation. At any time while setting up a mediation, before the mediation begins, or after mediation has begun, You have the liberty to create as many breakout rooms as you need for your mediation and add more at any time. Just click the breakout room icon, click on the plus symbol on the new breakout room button, name the room. We'll name this one Plaintiff's Room, and then do the same for the defendants and the other rooms you need to create. To move parties into breakout rooms, just select the party or parties you wish to move from the user list under this meeting. Select the breakout room you wish to send them to. In this case, I'm sending the plaintiff Joanne Smith and her attorney Ed Williams to the plaintiff's breakout room we created earlier, and then click Move. In a matter of just a few seconds, they'll arrive in their private breakout room where they can communicate freely in confidence. You'll follow the same procedure for moving other parties into breakout rooms, like moving the defendant, Bill Jones, and his attorney, Mary Edwards, into the room we named Defendant's Room earlier. To move a party or parties out of the breakout rooms and back into the main meeting room, simply reverse the process by clicking the breakout room icon, select one of the breakout rooms, select the party or parties you wish to move back, and click Move. During mediation, with just the click of a mouse, you can share your screen and view files and other images with and between the parties, as well as conducting a final review of the agreement. Once you have the agreement ready for signatures, just use your favorite digital signature software like DocuSign to circulate it for signatures and distribute the fully executed agreement. When mediation is complete, it's time to disconnect the session either permanently or temporarily, depending on whether or not you plan to reconvene. Just click the exit icon in the upper right corner and you'll have the option to either preserve the room and its contents or permanently delete them from our server. Lastly, another helpful tool of MediationSuites is the Reports feature, so you can run a report of the exact login and logout dates and times of each of the participants, the actual start and end times for accurate billing, and the delivery status of your invitations. If you're ready to get started, just pick your basic or pro plan based on your needs. We can also white label and private brand your very own instance of MediationSuites with our firm plan. There's a 14-day free trial with every subscription, and each of our plans are all inclusive. So if we've got it, you get it. That's it. Thanks for watching. If you have more questions, we'd love to hear from you. So feel free to send us an email to support@MediationSuites.com and we'll get right back with you. You can also schedule a free live demo by visiting MediationSuites.com and clicking on Schedule a Free Demo on any page. MediationSuites, the premier venue for virtual mediation.